Okay, go ahead.
Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning.
Mhm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right, we stop right here. You remember the story?
Yes. He
Uh,
wanted to
what?
wait for Maitreya to realize Buddhahood. And so he went into that mountain with the help of some sort of maybe god of some sort.
No, before that, Avalokiteshvara,
Hmm
the great compassion Bodhisattva, who instruct him that yeah, you can go to this mountain,
hmm
and he recite the mantra, the great compassion mantra, in the mustard seed.
Yes.
Mhm. Mhm. For 3 years. And after that, he throw that mustard seed into the gate, right? And the gate opened it. And he went into the Asura palace. And that's where we are.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Mm.
Okay. The Shastrator's appearance was peaceful, and he entered the stone door. Then again said, I have been praying for a long time. I want to maintain this body and wait for Maitreya Bodhisattva to be born in this world. Thanks to the power of the Holy Spirits, my original vow has now been fulfilled. So everyone should follow me and wait so that one day we can see the future Buddha and hear the Dharma. Among them, upon hearing that, they were afraid and thought that in the cave there was a poisonous dragon. If they entered it, they would surely lose their lives. The Shastrator called out several times, but only 6 people were willing to follow. He said goodbye and led 6 people slowly inside. The stone door immediately closed. At that time, the people outside saw this and felt extremely regretful, blaming themselves for having wrong thinking about the matter.
So what did we learn from this thing?
Yeah. Um, well, the people who went with the Shastrator, they must have been low in doubt, and they must have had insight as to the um, the intentions of this person, and so they were able to trust him. The others had more doubt and more fear, and so they missed their opportunity. Um, so that part seems to be a lesson around, um, like seeing a situation clearly and not having excessive doubt.
You remember the 6 fundamental affliction?
Hmm. Let's see. I know I remember some of them. Because one is torpor or like laziness. One is restlessness.
No, that is not the fundamental. That
Oh,
is the minor. It's not the major. That is the minor.
oh.
The one you mentioned is the minor, but the major is
So
greed.
then greed and anger,
Yeah, greed and anger and
greed
what
and
else?
ignorance,
Ignorance and what else?
doubt,
Yeah, that's right. And what else?
ignorance, doubt. Um, and like so, man. So lack of effort isn't one of the major ones.
No, no, that is the still the minor.
Greed, anger, ignorance, doubt, and restlessness is a minor one too.
Yeah.
Greed, anger, ignorance, doubt.
Arrogant, right?
Oh, arrogance. Okay, yeah.
And you
Arrogance.
remember the last one is about the view.
Oh, okay. Like holding an extreme view.
No, that we call the evil view. Evil view, remember? Or we call the wrong view. They
Yeah.
have fire, evil view. You remember all the five?
Well, remember when we talked about the 62 wrong views?
Yeah, no. Before the 62, from the evil view, that means well, the one view, right? It
Yeah.
leads to the fire evil view. And
Like
from that, you have the 62 wrong view.
like the oh, okay. So they're like they make up the five categories for this.
You know you no, it's not 5 calorie. You remember the view about the our own body.
Yeah.
That is the first one, and you remember the extremist view. There are two different extremist view.
Isn't like that there's no karma? Isn't
No, the permanent or the okay. I will show you. I will show you. Uh,
so I
um,
remember the categories for the 62 wrong views, like
yeah, that is 62 wrong view. But
regarding the past, present, and future.
yeah, that's right. That is the 62 wrong view. But I'm
And
not talking about that. I'm talking about something else.
some
Uh,
people thought that they would like if they were born a Brahmin, they would always be born a Brahmin.
yeah, that's right. That's right. We
Or
call the uh, permanent view, right? The view of permanent
Mhm.
and the view of uh, they know afterlife. Remember?
Oh yeah, like nihilism.
How do you call it? Let me see. Okay, give me 1 second.
Views for
I just have it here.
example.
Sometimes I have too many. I don't remember. Okay, all right. Okay, in here. Okay. Here, evil view, right? The view of the body, right? The extremist view, that means, let me see what the, okay, come on. Oh, they don't go anywhere. Okay. That means the view of permanent, that means if we today we born in this life we born at rich, next life we still born at rich. If we today we born at poor, next life we're born at poor. Or if we are born with intelligent, next life we still born with intelligent. Otherwise, that means it's consistent for them. That's why they believe that. But that is the extreme, right? Extreme view on the permanent. But in Buddhism, we call impermanent, right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh. And the second extreme view is they know afterlife. That means only one life, right? And that's why they will enjoy all the material and they care less about the law of cause and effect. So these two extreme view it, they denial of the law of cause and effect. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Doesn't matter who we holding on with extreme view, they also call extreme view, either permanent or only one life, right?
Mhm.
Mhm. So why call evil? Because when we attach to this view, we create a lot of karma, bad karma, and that's why we will be put down into the hell. Not what make it evil, right? Because the retribution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the view of rapping at the prohibition. You remember this one?
It's a little fuzzy. It's a little fuzzy. I mean, prohibitions, I'm thinking about like the precepts.
Right, that's correct.
prohibited. So grasping at prohibitions would be like basically not following the precepts.
No, I mean they do follow the precept, but that is not a Buddhist precept. It's a non-Buddhist precept, or we call the non-Buddhist spiritual ritual.
Okay.
For example, the one who stand 1 foot and raise one hand, they stand there for the whole day.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Or the one who lay down on the ass, right?
Mhm.
Or the one who uphold the precept of the dog.
Mhm.
They say that is the ascetic. They torture their body because they think that the way they torture their body is so they can be reborn into the higher realm. You understand?
Yes.
But the Buddha said that there is no your physical body have no benefit to your cultivation. You know why?
The torture of the physical body.
Does that give us any benefit to progress our spiritual path?
No, I think it's easier to see like it just seems obvious that it wouldn't benefit. So I'm trying to think of why. Because it doesn't like involve the cultivation of compassion or seeing the true nature of things, like seeing through the illusion of self. It's just another way of striving. It's another way of pursuing something. Like instead of pursuing a job and money, they're pursuing standing there with their hand in the air, and they want to because they want to go to heaven. So it's just like another way of exercising desire.
But in order to go to the heaven, the Buddha said that we have to practice the 10 good deeds, right? But the 10 good deeds eventually come from the three karma, remember?
Yes, of
The
mouth.
mind, the mouth, and the body. But which one is the most important?
Oh, the most important in the sense of, well, karmas are light if we just think something bad, and if we actually take the action, then the karma will be quite heavy. So, but everything begins with our thought. So if we,
Yeah, the mind is the most important, right?
yeah,
That's why every practice, it comes from the mind, not come from the physical by itself. If the physical by itself, we attach to it, but we don't care about the trend from the mind. Do you see any benefit?
Um, I think, yeah, it has to lead to transforming the mind. Like in Zen, where they take up a certain posture, and then that posture supports a certain mind state. But they don't stop at the posture. The posture is just sort of like a gateway to begin working with the mind. So if it's only working with the body, then yeah, it's not going to bring any true benefit.
So the guy come from the mind, not the guy come from the physical, right?
Right.
So it's important. That's why the Buddha, he practiced 6 hardship year, right? In the forest, even to the point that his skeleton, you can see it from his body. And eventually he gave up because he see that there is no benefit for the extreme torture of the body. We have to balance. That's why we call the middle way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Middle way, that means we neither enjoy this luxury life, no torture our body in the extreme physical hardship, right? So we
Yeah.
have to balance. So that's why, or you right nowadays, in India, right? They every year around April, I think they do have the ceremony for the bathing at the Gang River.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yes.
Why they believe they go to the Gang River, bathing, they take the bath from the Gang River. What the benefit they think?
That it actually washes away karma.
No, that wash away your alchema.
No.
Oh, water. Do they have any knowledge, any intention, know how to wash away our physical karma? Water is a dead thing, right? It's not
Yeah.
but that's why people still uphold on those things, on those rituals. Does it make sense?
Yes, and isn't this also in the stages of to full arhatship? Doesn't one of the stages involve letting go of these things?
Yeah, this is the first stage of they call it stream enter. In order to attend the first initial state of Arahat or the stream enter, we have to let go of these three fetters. That means the first fetter is the view of the body. The second fetter is the view of grasping at prohibition. And the third one, you know what is the third one?
Um, isn't it like the suppression of desire?
No, that is not. That is the second level.
Okay. Um, maybe another view, like extreme views or improper views?
The Tao.
Doubt. Oh, okay, doubt.
Okay, basically the initial state of Arahat is they have to have detach the cell, right? From the body, right?
Mhm.
That means the cell. Because we attach to the we call the fire aggregate, right? At the cell. So that's why we need to let go of those things. Because when we do that, we become ignorant. Does it make sense?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And that's why this, and also we the second one is the Tao. That means we have no doubt at the Buddha teaching, right? And we see things clear from the right understanding and the right contemplation of the Eightfold Path. Remember,
Yes.
this is important. That means the one have no doubt. That means the one have wisdom. Therefore, in order to gain to attend the initial state of Arahat, we call the stream enter, and that's why it makes the difference between the stream enter and the one who attend the non-thought in the formless realm. Remember,
Yes.
they are the ones still not be able to let go the view of the body. The view of body in this case is that it's not the physical body, but the cell, we call the state of the mind they attend right now. They still up, they still clean on that state, the formless state.
Mm-hmm.
That is their view of body. Because in that formless, right, there is no physical body. That is their body. Yeah. Does it make sense? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why they cannot be able to compare to the one attend attend the stream enter. The stream enter is called a holy one, but the other one is not the holy one. Okay, and the more important is the doubt, right? They have no doubt. If the one have no doubt, automatically they will also do not attach to the view of grasping at the prohibition. Does that make sense? If you have wisdom, then this thing no longer be here automatically, right?
Right. Yes.
Only the one who have no wisdom, they have doubt. That means they will have this problem. The attached to the view of grasping at a prohibition. Okay,
Okay.
and the view of grasping at the view, you know what does that mean?
The view of grasping at views.
That means attached to your own view.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that means it's for example, the politics, right? Politician They are very good. They are attached their own view. Whoever have a different view than them, oh, the conflict will arise. They fight, right? They fight. That's how dangerous we are wrapping on. We are attached to our own view, right? Improper view. Maybe this one here lead to the 62 wrong view. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Improper view, that means the one who do not believe in the law of cause and effect, who do not believe in um, 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 for example, in our culture, one who if the after we have a loved one die, we burn the fake paper money. Hopefully, they can enjoy that in now there. That is also the improper view or the 62 wrong view because they remember in the past, right? The view attached to the past. That means the meditator, they be able to see their past life for many lives. And each life they see things it happen over and over again. That's why they attach to the self. It's still consistent and still exists after many lives. Or they attach to the world, right? Remember the two things they attach, either the self or the world or both, right? About the past. Depend on their meditation. They can see things like that. Right? Or maybe none of them exist. That means that there are four different scenarios. That means that in one scenario they believe both the self and the world exist after uh, uh, when we die and we go to the next life, those things still exist. Or the second scenario is that they believe that, oh, only the self exists, but the world is not exist. Or maybe the world exists, but not the self. Or maybe the world, neither the world nor the self exists. Hmm? Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes, Ty.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to our study. Okay. Well, hmm. Okay. Okay. And in here, what else do we learn?
I mean, it seems to be around doubt and regret,
Right.
right? They missed an opportunity that was a really rare opportunity.
That means you remember in the consciousness, right? We have 8 consciousness that are considered the 8 king, remember? In the consciousness only, right?
Yeah, I remember the 8 consciousnesses, and then you said, what about the 18?
No, 8 consciousness, it means the 8 king.
Oh, 8 kings, yes.
Yeah, they call the mind king, right? We
Yes.
call mind Dharma, 8 of them, right? The
Mhm.
first 5 consonants and the my consonant and the mana and the adaya. And down here we also have the dharma belonging to the my consonant, my dharma. That means the 51. That is, each king here can have up to 51 belonging dharma, right? That means the king can have a subordinate or the people below him help him to perform the task that he wants. Does that make sense?
Yes, Ty.
Um, and in here, if you go to here and you see this is the 51 Dharma belonging to the mind Dharma. And in the 61, they are divided into 6 different ones. the five universal interactive. This is the Buddhist psychology. And the second model of psychology is the five particular states. And there are 11 wholesome, right? That means in this one right here, we have the model help us to transform the bad one into the good one. So we have the bad one, we have six fundamental affliction, the sixth one, right? And we also, each one of the six fundamental, we also have 20 derivative affliction. That means each one of this, it will trigger the one or two up to 20 of the minor. That makes sense? You
Yes.
remember the emotional model I showed you?
Yes.
When we have greed, we have anger, we have consumption, we have malicious, jealous, all the things. So on and so on. Okay, now go back to here. Go back to here. The 11 wholesome, the faith, right? How do we have the faith that even in the difficult time that we can be able to overcome the difficult time with we can still uphold the faith?
I think we have to have wisdom.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can't maintain our faith.
It's very tough. And the ultimate test, right? It tests our faith. If we don't have the right understanding and right contemplation. And when you come to this point, easy. For example, a lot of people say that I never did any bad thing in my whole life, but now, and I also were a devoted. I have been devoted my life to practice Buddhism and also do all the good deeds, right? But why right now bad things still happen to me? Just like my master, right? If we in his situation, don't you think it's very tough for us to self-debase, right? To overcome the difficult situation and still have the stronghold on the good faith, don't you think?
I think the deep understanding of the teachings he has does make it a little easier because it's clear that in this life we can take only good actions, but still can receive the consequence from previous lives. Because we see this with some of the Buddha's closest disciples, like Madhyayana, um, and the Buddha himself shares some stories about the returning of some minor karmas for him in the life he achieved Buddhahood. So I think for those who understand the Dharma, that we still may grapple with the wish that we could prevent the return of past karma. But I think that, the understanding is there in the teachings for that possibility.
Yeah, today and last week I teach the kid about the depression, and come to the point there an example um about the hopelessness, right? Hopelessness. Let's say that we've been sick for a long time and there's no hope to get any better. So I give them another example. I say that what happened if we in this situation, let's say that we are truly Buddhism and we practice Buddhism so long and we try our best to do a good deed, right? And suddenly bad thing happened to us. And how do we be able to overcome and still keep the good faith? And I let them watch the Venerable Magalana dead. And I explained to them, even the Magalana, he was the Buddha left hand disciple and the foremost in the psychic power. But you know what? the way he died, terrible. But and the Buddha disciple asked the Buddha, "Oh, the Venerable Moggallana should not deserve the death like this because he the foremost in psychic power. It looked like it's not fair." So the Buddha said that if you only look at the current existence, yet look like the law of karma is not fair. But if you be able to see all his existence in the past, and the thing that happened to him, it matched exactly what he did in the past. You know what I mean?
Yes, Dad.
Yeah, that's right. I told him that. That's why in order to have the strong faith, yes, we do need to have some wisdom. And you remember in the Lotus Flower Sutra, on the chapter 2, right? When the Sariputta request the Buddha to teaching to speak about the Lotus Flower Sutra 3 times. He reject 2 times. The third time he accepted, right?
Right.
And when he accepted, 5,000 of them, the monk, the nun, as well the lay people, men and women, they stand up and they walk away. Don't you think that the faith that means they do not have faith? They did not have faith with the Buddha.
Yes, certainly.
Mm. And the Buddha did not say anything, did not stop them, right? The Buddha said, okay, let them go. And also after that, after they left, the Buddha said that it's good that let them go because they uphold the they uphold. Remember, we learn about the self, the arrogant. Remember the 11 arrogant or something like that. Yeah, you remember this?
Oh, yes, yes.
One of the arrogant said that surpassing arrogant. That mean no, not that one. Supreme arrogant. That mean if have not yet attained the routine, we plan ourselves to have attained the routine. This is the one. Mm-hmm. So that's why the Buddha says, okay, let them go. But whoever here, that means it's all of us have a good route to the Buddha, to the Buddha teaching. And after that, the Buddha said that Buddha self-praising about the experience that all the Buddha have the wisdom and experience that no one can understand, only the Buddha himself, right? You remember that, right?
Yes.
And all the south here, right? Wonder why the Buddha today he praising himself and all the Buddha, but actually when he spoke the Dharma, we are the one who be able to attend the Arhat without problem. And now because this now we come to the point that we have a doubt that whatever we practice, it go nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and the Buddha said that even all the Sariputta many feel the whole world, right? Come together and try to understand the wisdom of the Buddha, they cannot be able to understand it. And that's why he said that even the Sariputta is the foremost in wisdom, but in wisdom of the south here. But he's still he need to have faith to be walk into the Mahayana teaching. That means he still need to rely on the faith. not the wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
because his wisdom is not enough. Okay, so now we look at us. We are not even the holy one yet. We are just the mandu, right? It's a common person,
Mm-hmm.
and of course we just hopefully we should have a strong faith in Buddha teaching, and also based on whatever we understand from whatever thing that we just discussed right now. Yeah, it's 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 good thing to have good faith in him, in the Triple Gem. Mm. So it's not easy to keep a good faith in the difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, now go back to our study. Okay, okay. All right, we done with this. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, not this one. Okay, go ahead.
Get married to a goddess Asura. In the country of Magyada, Western India, there was a lay Buddhist who loved beautiful ladies. One day, while reading the sutras, he saw in the sutras said about Asura. Although the men were ugly, but the women were extremely beautiful. In his heart, he was filled with thoughts of love and desire, wishing to have a relationship with Asura ladies. Not long after, he heard many people say in that mountain there was an Asura palace that was very magnificent, as precious as a heavenly palace. He immediately determined to recite the great compassion mantra for 3 years, praying to visit a magical scene to satisfy his previous wish.
What do you think?
It sounds like a start of a good story. It sounds like, it's very clear in the Buddhist teachings that this sort of attachment to physical beauty is a mistake, but it's still such an easy mistake to make because, we're, it's like the way the mundane current flows is towards form, and kind of our relative mind, we're really based in form and appearance and preference and attraction. So it's really understandable.
Yeah, to keep going, and we can talk more. Let's see.
3 years had passed. He said goodbye to his friends and called a disciple to follow him. When he and his disciple, he called a disciple, when he and his disciple walked to the front of the mountain, wholeheartedly reciting the great compassion mantra, suddenly the stone door opened, revealing a palace closely guarded by spirits and gods. The Buddhist layman immediately stepped forward and narrated his vow. Reciting the mantra wants to marry the goddess Asura. Please inform. The gatekeeper went in and narrated to the Asura goddess. After hearing it, the goddess expressed her happiness and asked, "How many people came?" Replied, "Dear goddess, there were 2." The goddess said, "You go out and tell them I accepted it. Please let the person reciting the mantra come in and let his companion temporarily stand outside." The gatekeeper narrated to them, and the Buddhist immediately went inside. Watching his teacher leave, the disciple was still in shock. He suddenly found himself back home and standing on the southern side of his house without even knowing it. From then on, this man came back to the same place several times, but only saw the cliff, standing still. The cloud of smoke was so thick that he could no longer hear any news from inside. On that occasion, the disciple decided to become a monk and practice, vowing to spend his whole life in a temple making offerings to the 3 jewels. When Triptaka Sang went to India to study abroad, he stayed at Nalanda Pagoda and heard about this story from this disciple, quoted from India National Archive journals.
Okay, good.
So the lay person was able to marry the Asura because of the compassion of Avalokiteshvara. That's what it seems like. Because Avalokiteshvara's vows extend beyond like immediately establishing us in Buddhahood, but also like on the path to establish us in Buddhahood, also accommodating desires. Like the benefits of reciting the mantra, they include all sorts of things that are kind of in addition to practicing the way. So it seems to be a testament to the great patience and compassion and generosity of Avalokiteshvara.
So that means, well, that also, whenever we have the firm belief and we recite the mantra, it will help. But if he have a better thinking than a better view, instead of attached to that beauty, he attached to the way, right? And that will help him to be liberate from the suffering for a long time. He will become
Yes.
easily become the holy one, I guess. Don't you think?
Yes. Yeah. If you could get an Asura princess or queen or to marry him and enter this mountain, I mean, that's a lot of diligence. And probably, I mean, Asuras are intense and like conflict and very jealous. So he didn't necessarily would live a great life. He might have a lot of difficulties with his Asura wife.
But because the desire overshadow him, right? Don't you think?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Then that doesn't mean he cannot be able to see things clear. He just care about the beauty and he did not care about the consequence. Uh,
Yeah.
but if someone remind him, I guess, even though remind him, he will not listen, I guess. If he use that his effort, right, the same effort, he can be able to attend the some kind of nutrition, right?
Yes.
Hmm. Oh wow, what can we do? Okay, no more. Okay, wow, that is the Asura. Now we go to here.
Yeah. Should I
Now
start?
we're done about Garuda. That means the bird.
Yes. Huge birds.
You bird. Go ahead.
The Buddha's compassion sometimes seems to go against people's thinking, but this compassion is the solution to help people be happy, peaceful, and wise. Evil can become good, and evil can become holy. That is the Buddha's compassion. From a Garuda, a giant eagle with great strength, a strong appearance, and always killing and eating other animals in Hinduism, this image has entered the Buddhist scriptures and become a Dharma protector to protect humans. The Garuda is sometimes known as the golden eagle. The Garudas originate in ancient Hinduism, meaning a large golden-feathered, ferocious divine bird. Due to karma, the Garudas often try to catch dragons to eat. One day, the golden eagle chased the dragon. The dragon was afraid and ran to hide under the Buddha's lotus, asking him to save his life. The Buddha used his divine power to protect the dragon and preach Dharma to the golden eagle to eliminate the negative karmic affinity between the two species. One day, it can eat 500 baby dragons and one big dragon. It was a story of great slaughter. That's why the compassionate Buddha called Garuda and said, "From now on, you should stop that great killing and follow me." Garuda asked again, "If I don't eat dragon meat, how can I live?" Buddha replied, "In the future, at every meal, I will let my disciples give you a little food so you can live." From then on, Garuda took refuge in the three jewels, becoming one of the 8 classes of Dharma protectors. Legend has it that when the Buddha preached the wonderful Dharma Lotus Sutra at Vulture Mountain, countless golden eagles came to listen to the Dharma, reformed their evil ways, and became one of the 8 classes of Dharma protectors, protecting the three jewels. Through the image of the protector, the image of the eagle has helped people understand the fundamental spirit of Buddhism. Only compassion can neutralize hatred and transform evil people into good people, not because Buddha loved or protected the dragons, then therefore destroyed the golden eagle. because with wisdom he saw the cause and effect thoroughly created by evil karma. If we want to uproot hatred completely, we cannot stand on one side. Only immeasurable and boundless compassion can make the debtors and debt collectors awaken, repent of their karma, and return to the proper path. From then on, Garuda became a Dharma protector, symbolizing strength in Buddhism.
Good. So yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a cool story. And this is one Samaya really likes because it's in the Mahasamaya Sutra.
Oh, okay.
And she loves dragons.
Hmm.
It's funny, I didn't know about this sutra and I named her Samaya.
Oh, okay.
Then there's this Mahasamaya Sutra, and Samaya loves dragons, and the sutra is about the Buddha protecting dragons. So it's such a coincidence.
Hmm.
It's interesting because it kind of mirrors the situation. I'm speaking, sweetie. It mirrors the situation of that's cool, like birds and worms. The Garuda eating a dragon is kind of like a bird eating a worm.
Hmm.
Um, and but this is on a level that's beyond my experience or anybody I know. I don't know anyone who's like seen a like 100% convinced they've seen a dragon or seen a Garuda in like the spiritual realm. Um, so I think it's easiest to understand symbolically, and they laid it out here with how the Buddha's compassion embraced, both the dragon and the Garudas, and the instructing of the monks to give food through it's really through like mantras, right? That's how there's offerings to the Garudas.
Yeah, every day at lunchtime, the monk usually before they eat, they also train offering to the Buddha, right? And also offering the seven piece of rice in the water, and we recite the mantra, and to make it manifest it into humongous, right? Into only seven rice can fulfill the entire Garuda. Doesn't matter how many they come, they can be able to fulfill. We can be able to fulfill their need, their hunger as well, their thirsty, right? So that is the power of the mantra. And that's why the Buddha said that you don't need to worry about food or water. My disciple will do that. So basically what it means.
Mhm.
Mm. And that means the dragon can be able to be saved. Otherwise, they will become extinct, right?
I perhaps, yeah, if they're over hunted by the Garudas.
Each day they need to eat one big one and 500 small one. Eventually, they will make the dragon to be extinct.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
That's why they run to the Buddha and ask the Buddha for help. Lucky that was the time the Buddha in the world, and that's why the Buddha be able to interfere and help that. And they both become the Dharma protector. Yeah, dragon and also Garuda, Garuda, right? Mm.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. So today we also finish this one. Now we go to the third one in Kinnara.
Yeah, Kinnara. In Chinese has the following translations: doubt God, human non-human, music God, and is explained as a creature that is half human and half God. People are not people. At Jewel Tower Mountain, Kinnara is a protector of the Buddhist Dharma, a class of sentient beings with the talent to play music and often play music related to the Dharma. When the heaven beings celebrate the Dharma assembly, Kinnara often takes on the task of performing music. In the Buddhist sutras, it is seen The ashram with musical adornment is the place where Kinnara performs. Originally referring to the gods in Indian mythology, later adopted by Buddhism and placed in the seventh order in the eighth classes, called heavenly dragons, they often followed and respectfully listened to the Dharma whenever the Buddha preached the Mahayana Sutras. According to the Flower Adornment Sutra, wonderful analysis too, the shape of this god is human-like, but on its head there is a horn. Human-like, but not human. Heaven being-like, but not heaven being. Making people feel confused and doubtful. Therefore, he was called a doubtful god. In Sanskrit, the original word kim means doubtful question, and Nara means a person. So Kinnara is translated as a doubtful human and a doubtful god. This god is very good at singing and dancing. The head of Kinnara is Kinnara king. According to the Flower Adornment Sutra, expounding 5, this god is the musical god, the law-enforcing god of Lord Indra. In the Mahayana Sutras, the name of this god is often mentioned among the audience listening to the Buddha speak the Dharma. When Shakyamuni Buddha preached the Lotus Sutra of the wonderful Dharma, 4 Kinnara kings came to listen to the Dharma, bringing with them hundreds of thousands of their relatives in the Kinnara species. These 4 kings are Dharma, Dharmadhara, Kinnara king, wonderful Dharma, Sudharma, Kinnara king, great Dharma or Mahadharma, Kinnara king, and upholding Dharma, Druma, Kinnara king. Furthermore, among the 32 manifestations of Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, the 29th incarnation is Kinnara.
So what you
Yeah, that it seems like you can see in humans different sorts of preferences for different ways of being, right? There's some people who like playing music and can use their music to support positive activities. And they can, create music that's very peaceful and uplifting. And so it makes sense that there are other possible sentient beings that are an exaggeration of the traits that we can see in a human. Because we kind of see that it's like all of the different possible reincarnations can be seen like exaggerations of potential human traits. So it makes sense that there's a role like that.
mm. So these are not the human and not, but it's human, but not the heaven, but they are heaven. Mm. Because they are half human and half heaven, I guess. Because that's what it say according to this. The shape of this God is human-like, but on top of his head, they are horn. Human-like, but not human. Heaven being-like, but not heaven being. Mm. Okay, anyway. Um, but this one right here, they are the one who play music and sing for who? For which heaven king?
Oh, I would, if I was guessing, I would say Lord Indra.
Yeah. And also we see the this great compassion Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara incarnation is the king on the 29th incarnation. Right? He after 32. Ah, okay. So you can go ahead, continue.
In the mantra school, this deity is a relative of Kumbhira. In the drawing of the mandala by Venerable Fearless Wholesome, this deity resides in the 3rd layer in the north. In the manifestation of mandala, this deity resides in the northern part of the Vajrayana outer court. To the north of the Mahoraga group, there are 2 Kina deities, and the images of these 2 are the color of human skin. The first Kinnara deity placed a drum horizontally on both thighs, while the other Kinnara deity placed 2 standing drums in front of him, both in the drumming position. Based on the records in volume 10, Tuelam Anya, Kinnari has a clear, holy voice, can sing and dance, and women are usually Kandat Ba Deva's wives. There are many legends about them, and they seem to preserve the Kinnara Kinnari attribute of Indian mythology. The 500 fairies lost their meditation mind when they heard the singing of Kinnari, female Kinnara, bathing, and lost their meditation in delusional disorder. The 500 fairies were flying in the sky when they heard the singing of the Kinnari. They were all fascinated and fell from the sky. There is also a theory that Kanna performed his talent in front of the Buddha, causing Buddha's disciples around him to flail their arms and legs, losing all majesty. That's kind of fun.
Okay, so yep. So what do we understand from here?
I was wondering who Kandat Ba is. Kandat Ba.
Ah, let me see. He also the Kinnara, male is a male, um, and he very good in music, and that's why he the um, yeah. In here they say that Chandala, hmm. Oh, Kandada Thing. Oh, I don't know who he Kandada Thing, but I'm not too sure who is that. Maybe one of the heaven being, but I mean the one they do have a very important role, I think, but I'm not too sure which role they holding. And here they do not explain. Yeah, and do you see that when the 500 meditator they fly on the sky when they hear the singing, they lose their spiritual power and they fall from the sky. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah, like it's so entrancing. It's so
That
distracting.
mean, well, that mean very tough. And also when they perform in front of the Buddha disciple include Mahakassapa too. He could not be able to holding the body still.
Wow.
Yeah. And but they do not have any desire to the music, but somehow this kind of music make them move. That's why one of the Bodhisattva asked why, what happened to you at the Mahakassapa? He said that he cannot be able to resist, and but maybe due to his so we don't know why, but he do not have any clean on the any attachment to the melody, but because the power of that, it's caused him like that. Maybe because the one who play at that time, the Bodhisattva it's very powerful in the playing to offer them that's how they offer to the Buddha. They offer by the praising the Buddha with the musical instrument, right?
Mhm.
And that's why maybe some of them cannot be able to keep their posture still. Mm.
But yeah, so the Buddha is like the only one who can remain, maybe the gods too, they can remain at ease. But
Actually, the Bodhisattva, all the Bodhisattva and also the Buddha himself, it can be remain no problem. Only some of the south here they do have. Even the Arhat, they are Arhat, but still cannot be able to remain still. Mm, mm. Okay, okay. Anyway, Mhm. Okay. So next time we will learn about Maharaga. That means the snake, right?
Yeah. So same as a naga.
Mm.
Okay.
I think we are almost there. So, okay, all right.
Okay. May every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with heart of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all whose sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise.
Okay. So, I hope this kind of teaching give you some kind of knowledge about the eight class of protector, I guess.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's filling it in. I have a sense of them, some more detailed than others, but it's definitely filling in the details of it.
Yeah. Then after this, we will go directly into the sutra. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ty.
See you tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow.